This is Luke's Dreamworld. Relax Sunday. Part 65. Hey everybody and welcome back. Today on this Relax Sunday you can watch all the episodes of Luke's Dreamworld Part 65. I sincerely hope you like them. This is Luke's Dreamworld. Brain Food Monday. Part 65. Hey everybody, welcome back. I will start with a quote from Charles Leadbeater. You are what you share. Well, I have to think about it because what do I share? Well, I try to share my music and sometimes I share some messages on Facebook. Although I try to, because that's why I hate Facebook, of the faults they have. Sometimes I don't get a verification code and I can't get in, or they say it's the wrong inlog name or the wrong password, and sometimes you have to change your password. Although I didn't do anything, it's the Facebook that's not working. And I thought it was very irritating because I couldn't get on Facebook sometimes for several days. And something is irritating as well, and that's when you want to complain, you have to get into Facebook before you can give them some feedback. So it has to work, and then you give some feedback about or complain about what is wrong. So I thought it was a bit of a mind game. I will talk about a mind game later this week. But I don't only hate Facebook, because I think it's a kind of envy. I would have invented Facebook because it's a money maker for sure. Mark Zuckerberg, as you know, got very rich from it, and that's okay with me. I think he has done a nice job by seeing the potential of people meeting each other, and then it grew very big, and then they had to go and do an IPO, which is they go to the stock market, and then they needed a business model. And although Facebook is free to use and still is free to use, they need some money for the stockholders, and that's why they have invented their Facebook ads. They hired someone from Google, and now you know they made millions of dollars. And the thing is, when I am putting a message in Facebook, then I know, because I use the Meta Business Suite, that just a few people are getting my messages. And I want more people, and when I want to reach more people, then I have to pay. Because then I can promote my article or my message or my video. And that's what I don't want, because I want to try to grow organically and not use money to buy votes or buy likes or buy advertisements. So it's my principle, but this is why I hate Facebook, and in a way I like it because it's a great business model. So I really wanted to have invented it. Well, I have some news for you, because I told you about being a DJ, and I found a venue where I will be DJing in November. And I found a local radio station where I can present the Dreamhood dance grooves. So I keep you posted on that. Well, this was my brain food for this Brain Food Monday, and I hope to see you tomorrow on the Positive Tuesday. See you there. Bye. This is Luke's Dreamworld. Positive Tuesday. Part 65. Hey everybody and welcome back. I will start with a quote from Gina Baraka. We want to possess the thing they are not making anymore. What not many others can get, and what will distinguish us from others. Well, I just took this quote because I think it's always nice to see that every person is different, and we want to express that. And what we do is mostly we express it with our clothing. The way for me to express myself is with secondhand clothing, or was, because something is going on. And the thing is that secondhand clothing shops start raising their prices, and they call the clothing not secondhand but vintage. It's a marketing trick. But if I see a t-shirt, for example, one with a brand on it, and it costs me $7.50, but I can buy a new shirt on sale in the shop for just $1, well, I'm gonna buy the $1 shirt because it's new. No one has worn it, and it doesn't have any energy from others. If that's something that exists, I don't know. But it has a clean feeling. I can fit it, see if they really fit, and I buy it because of the price for sure. And I bought some t-shirts for $1, so it was a real bargain. And the same is with some trousers. I saw some trousers from brands, and I know people like brands sometimes, but I don't really mind. I just want to see if the trouser fits me and if it's a right color for sure. And so I saw some second-hand trousers for $35 because they were a brand. And I don't care about the brand because I don't see not that much difference. Sometimes it's quality for sure, but when I see a trouser for $35 second-hand and they call it vintage, I'm not gonna buy it. So I bought some trousers for $7 and one which I really liked for $19, and now I'm done. So I have enough trousers now for a next period. And I bought a blouse, maybe I told you, but also on sale. And now I'm really ready with my clothing, and I have to think about it because I need some clothing for my DJing. I told you about being on the radio, but what I'm gonna do, I stick with the shirt I have and the cap for now, so I will see. And hopefully that works, but I'm not gonna pay that high prices for some shitty vintage. Although they call it vintage and I just call it second hand, and I'm not able, but also I don't want to pay the high prices because I think it's a rip-off. But that's okay. If people want to sell it for high prices and people want to buy it for high prices, it's fine with me, but I'm gonna look for some bargains, which I did. And I found some nice clothing for not that much money. Well, this was my topic for today, and I hope to see you tomorrow on the Live Hack Thursday. See you there. No, it's not the Live Hack Thursday because this is the second one. I'm a bit confused. I had some technical problems. So I had to see if I can change the sound card, the memory card, and even I had changed something on the camera. It seems to work fine right now, but that's maybe I'm a bit confused. This is the Positive Tuesday, and I hope to see you tomorrow on the Inspiration Wednesday. See you there. Bye. This is Luke's Dreamworld. Inspiration Wednesday, part 65. Hey everybody, welcome back. I will start with the quote from Kemi Sukante. Your level of ignorance is based on what you believe you know and your ego. Well, my brain has played some games with me, some mind games lately. Well, life goes as it goes, and I told you about some of the trouble I had, technical problems with my camera. Well, I've solved them, but I don't know if it's a real solution because I just put out the memory card and now I'm using the Eternal card to see if this works. And I already had 8 takes, and then I came up to this solution, and I thought, well, I'm gonna tape it. And when I looked it back, it was okay, but something was wrong because I'd used some powder on my face because it's quite hot in here and I'm sweating. And a way to camouflage it is by putting some simple powder on your face. But it looked like I was a clown, so that take, I couldn't use that take either. Well, it's about mind games, and sometimes you have some mind games on your phone with some apps. Scientifically proven is that they don't really work. They only work if you want to improve, for example, mathematics, and you have a game that is doing mathematics, then you can improve it. I told you about the little game I'm doing, the mind game to improve my brain with the series when I put them on pause or film, and I'm trying to see what is the remaining time. Well, it's terrible, and it feels that I'm bad at mathematics, but it's a game and I keep on playing it, but I have to get some grip on how it works with the time. I know it feels stupid as well, because I know that I can count and I can pay my bills and I know to do some accounting as well, but this simple game with on my television, I'm not able to do it. Or maybe I don't take time enough, and that's mostly something people don't do. You have to take time to get used to, for example, a habit. And I have to take time to know how it works and then do it, and maybe I can do it a bit slower than I want to, but then I get used to it. But it's just a silly game and I'm fine with it. And but this week my brain was playing some games with me with the technical problems, and I felt that I was a bit down. Although I had a very nice week, I've been on a holiday, I will be able to DJ, I will be able to do a program on the radio, but I'm behind with my vlogs. Although I'm still 2 weeks up front, but it doesn't give me any slack. It makes me a bit restless. So I have to see if I can come up with a solution and see if I can create more vlogs in 1 week or something else. But the thing was, I wasn't able to do it. I don't know why. But right now I'm working again, as you can tell by this vlog, so everything will be okay. And I guess it's normal. Sometimes you have a dip. Life has ups and downs, and it's all in your brain for sure. So I have to play my own mind game and see how I can create a beautiful day. And for example, today was great. I have taped 2 of the vlogs. Although it's hot outside, exciting to know because it's summer here, and I know some people, for example in New Zealand or in Australia, they have a winter. Yeah, that's strange, isn't it? So I will come to Australia and New Zealand when it's winter here, so I have summer all the time. Would be great. Well, this was my mind game topic on this Inspirational Wednesday, and I hope to see you tomorrow on the Life Hack Thursday. See you there. Bye. This is Luke's Dreamworld. Life Hack Thursday, part 65. Hey everybody and welcome back. I will start with a quote from Mehmet Murad Ildan. A room that motivates you to dream is like a magician that gives you wings to fly. I'm gonna swap a room, and I'm gonna swap my studio because it's on my top floor. It has quite some space, and I'm gonna swap it downstairs into a smaller room because winter is coming and it could be cold upstairs, and I want to keep on working like winter is coming with the series from Games of Thrones. But it's not about fighting, it's about creating, about having inspiration and giving me wings to fly like a magician could do, hopefully. And there's something else as well, because then I can see if my computer can be upgraded. At the same time, when I'm moving my stuff downstairs, I can upgrade the computer because now it's working all the time and I don't want to rip it out of my studio. But then it's the good time to upgrade it. I have an SSD, it's a bit too small, and Windows is giving me no space anymore. I can't upgrade to Windows 11. That's okay with me, I don't mind. But I need some memory as well. I have 16 gig of memory right now, internal memory, and I'm gonna get, I just want to try if 32 gigabytes of memory works better, and I need a hard drive, a bigger one. So I guess this is the time to do it. I will consult a specialist because I'm not sure if it works this way, because I want to swap rooms but also want to swap the SSD card. So swap it from the 250 gigabyte and onto the 500 gigabyte. And I don't know if it's working. I guess it is, but I'm not sure. So I have to ask a specialist, which I will do. And then I can create music downstairs. It's fine with me. To me it works the same. And I can hopefully also reduce my cost of the gas, which is very high at the moment. And I have some solar panels. I'm using them, and I can use a little heater in this small room and maybe use the heater to get the room warm instead of my whole central heating. So I'm gonna see if it works as well, and I can swap my room, and it means that I have to sell some stuff in the room I use now as a meditation room. I have two chairs, three chairs for sure. One is the two are a bit older. I guess they are from IKEA, so I guess I'm gonna call it like vintage, as you know from the other vlog about the shitty vintage. It works for clothing, so I guess it works for selling some furniture as well. And then I have one other wooden chair. It's a kind of, I'm not sure how it's called. So it's okay, I'm gonna try to sell it. And that works for me as well, because then I learn to be more commercial. I talked about it already. I need to be more commercial with my products. So this is kind of an exercise by selling some furniture on the marketplace or eBay, I'm not sure yet. And it's an exercise. Okay, well then I swap my room and I have another room that's empty. And what will I do with that room? Well, I'm gonna tell you tomorrow on the Healthy Friday. Hope to see you there. Bye. This is Luke's Dreamworld. Healthy Friday, part 65. Hey everybody, welcome back. I will start with a quote. It's from Dwason. Raise your frequency before you go to bed. I told you I'm swapping rooms, but what am I doing? And you could have guessed by now, I'm gonna buy a new bed. I want a bit bigger bed, and I just need two mattresses because all the linen I bought is big enough, and the bed will be a bit bigger. But if I come back to the quote about the frequency before you sleep, then I have to tell you something, because it's a quote from the law of attraction, and I told you sleep is very important. So that's why I want to buy a very good and new bed. And when you sleep, there are certain frequencies for sure, because there are all kinds of states you're in: alpha state and a beta state and a dream state. One of those is the dream state as well. And you go through them all, and they have different frequencies. That's scientifically proven. So I'm not going into that, but I'm going to talk about some emotional frequencies, like the law of attraction says. And I told you sometimes, for example, emotional frequencies aren't scientifically proven. So does it work? And I told you sometimes that I don't believe in just thinking that you can get something and then you will get it. And I talked about a healthy brain as well. So that's why I want to swap my room for a new bedroom as well. And hopefully it works for me to sleep even better, because I sleep well, but when I have a good bed, I hope that I can sleep much better. I'm not sure, because when you sleep good, you don't need better sleep, but it's okay. Maybe it's good for my back, you never know. Sometimes I have some back ache, and I guess it's from sleeping as well. It's about 8 hours you spend a day in your bed, so I don't think it's wrong to buy a new bed. But about the frequencies from the emotions, I told you I don't really believe in it, because I don't think it exists. And when you want to reach something, and you can think about it, sure, and you can make plans, sure. But the most important thing is, and I have told you already, is take action. Take the small steps that you want. And that's what I did. And that's why I'm changing some things. The small things, for example, changing my studio is a small step to see if I can get more inspiration and try to work harder. Because that's what I need. I need to work harder on the music. I work on the vlog and I have a kind of ideas and I'm volunteering a lot, but I need to create more music, that's for sure. And talk about those little steps. I told you about the music day, and they told that you should be more locally involved, and that's what I'm doing now. So that's why I'm trying to be on a venue and have the Dreamhood dance grooves performed there, and that's why I made an appointment with the radio station, the local radio station. The thing is, I had sent them some emails and I didn't get any response, and then I spoke to someone and he said, well, why don't you call them or send a WhatsApp? And that's what I did. So I took action. I didn't wait for an answer. I just get there, and then at the same hour I got an answer, and the next morning I had an appointment, and the next week I'm going to record the first radio show. So I'm not sure if it's gonna work. It's just a small local radio station, but it's a start, and that's what I need. And I told them I use it for promotion, because I need to promote Luke Dreamhood, the dance grooves, and maybe promote my own tracks as well. And that's how things work. So people could say, well, you use the law of attraction, but I don't know if the law of attraction exists. And that's the thing. So hopefully all works out, and I'm still working on my project and I really enjoy it, and maybe with some better sleep and a nice studio it's gonna work even better. Who knows? I will keep you posted about everything. And this was my Healthy Friday. I hope to see you tomorrow on the Inside Saturday. See you there. Bye. This is Luke's Dreamworld. Inside Saturday, part 65. Hey everybody, welcome back. I will start with a quote from Trisha Yearwood. What's meant to be always find its way. Today I would like to talk about inspiration because I get inspiration from a lot of topics. Today I was at revealing from a statue, and it was a statue from a girl. She was a wolf's girl in 1700, and I had worked on a theater production 4 years ago, and although I had done audition, I didn't get a role, but I thought it was a nice production, and I volunteered to do some backstage work. So I was involved with this theater production, and that's why I was at the statue reveal today. It was kind of a party, although I talked with some people and I found out that a lot of people have mental problems. I know something because I feel blessed. I told you about the holiday, and I talked about people with all kinds of problems. And today I talked with a woman. She had a burnout, and I asked just 2 questions, and then she said, I don't want to talk about it. Could you leave? And I said, sure, I can, because I hope you are okay, and I hope you will be well soon. And I left. And normally I would felt rejected, but now I knew that it was her situation. Maybe she was tired and didn't want to be there. Whatever, it wasn't about me, it was about her. So I felt a kind of sorry as well, because you could tell that mentally she was quite depressed. And I know something else, and that's I can't help them. Although I'm talking about mental health kind of in these vlogs, I know I can't help others because you have to help yourself. I talked with someone else, and the strange thing was, a few weeks ago I saw the same person, and it was as if she didn't see me, and I thought, well, maybe she doesn't want to talk to me. And now she talked to me and told everything about all things that were going on, and it was a kind of a positive talk, although the topics weren't that positive because she had a mental disorder as well. She had fear and depression as well, but she could talk about it, and I'm a good listener, and I also know that again, I knew I couldn't help her. She had to help herself. So that's a kind of a lesson I had learned, and that's inspiring me. One of the things that I'm doing, I told you about it many times, is I watch sometimes some series because I need some relaxation as well. And there is a series I'm watching right now. It's a series called Billions. And there's a psychologist. She's Wendy Rhodes, and when you look at what she's doing, it seems that she has an answer for anything. But when you look into the reality, some people go to a psychologist and they aren't able to help them because it's hard to know what's going on with someone. And even if you have studied psychology, you don't know what can be right for the person that is talking to you. And I know some things about the brain, but I know what works for me, and that's why I'm trying out, and that's my challenge as well. So I told you I felt inspired and blessed because of the talks I had with those people. And sometimes it seems that all people are in mental need. I don't know. Hopefully it's not the case. It's just coincidence. But it made me realize how blessed I am. And although you have seen it this week, I have my dips and I have my downs and my ups. But I still am working on my project and I am very pleased about it. And this is what I say, that's what I say. I feel very blessed to be working on what I'm doing right now. Okay, well, this was my insight from my Insight Saturday about inspiration and the things that are inspiring me. And I hope to see you tomorrow on the Relax Sunday. See you there. Bye. This is Luke's Dreamworld. Relax Sunday. Part 65. Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed part 65 of Luke's Dreamworld, and I will end with a quote from Friedrich Nietzsche. Blessed are the forgetful, for they get the better even of their blunders. Next week, on part 66 of Luke's Dreamworld, I start the Brain Food Monday with a topic about the recording of the first Dreamhood Dance Group's radio show. I hope to see you there. Bye.